Today we're going to switch our landscape to still life. So here is I found some pretty flowers online. I really like this picture because actually it's kind of blurry. See, if I blow it up, the resolution's not very high, so it's kind of all get like pixel, like blacking, so it's not clear. So actually, this is a good way to look at it because you don't see the detail. Okay, our problem is always see the detail. Those type of flower. Sorry, I forgot the name. Those type of flower is bunch of like tiny I can't. Okay, here we go. Okay, the whole shape is like this, right? Right, then it's like stem. Then it's like a bunch of like a very tiny flower on there. Then the whole shape is that, and has like bunch like tiny flowers. So if it's very clear, you're going to probably only looking at each of those tiny flower, right? But since this picture is so blurry, you can't see none of the tiny flowers, but you still can tell it's flowers, right? So that's why I like it. I also like the the color, the shape, and so I picked this one. So I'm going to talk. I have the whole process of a video, but it's very long. Same thing. I wanted to have the steps on, tell you the process of it. Very important for the process. Remember, from blacking the shape, light side, dark side, shapes, then go on to the detail, right? So first, when I sketch this, basically I see the whole thing as this, right? You're not going to put that on. You see the whole thing, which I probably did this. I still can't see. I didn't use a pencil. I just used ultramarine blue. So I blacking it. So here you can see like that's that, then kind of that sticking out, right? Kind of have that, but then after that, see how this probably is like this and this, right? Here is that one, then here is this one, then there's some that's going out. All those small ones I didn't do it. This probably like this. That's how this looks like, right? So you don't need to do very detailed, but you manage to map out the bigger sessions, right? The large sessions, then the small set, then it's the vase and the this cloth thing under there. So then after this, let me see if I can make this going. Here we go. Okay, after that, let me get rid of that. Okay, after that, so I start blacking it. You can tell the dark and light, right? But it's not like very dark or very light yet. But I'm blacking the dark and light shape because this is a cylinder, right? A cylinder, so they have a darker side and lighter side. Got it? You can tell it's very clear. Then make it three-dimensional, right? It's not a flat. It's a cylinder. So if it's cylinder, it has to be a dark side and lighter side. Lights from here, and blacking it. The darker side is colder color. The lighter side is a little bit warmer color. Got it? It's cold purple and light purple. And I start from the background. You can tell from that video. Just dark side, light side, blacking this. You can tell the map out the overall shape, right? After that, after this, see, I start picking up this darker, let's move here a little bit. I start blacking up those darker side a little bit, and you can see here, see all those, I add more, on the darker side. And then see, I dot put more detail on there, right? There's more detail, more cold color and warm color, put more details on the darker side. Put the leaves on, right? Just for the shape at this time, just for the shape. Then this one, you can tell I from here to here, you can tell I put, oops, what's wrong? Okay, so I put work on this, right? This one, and then from this to this, you can tell I start adding more detail and lots of add more lighter side. See, I work on the lighter side. See, this and this are different, right? And the lighter side of that, and then after this, then you can tell I add more detail. See, then this getting darker, that's more darker. You can look at the tiny difference is I'm going to more detail on, add more detail. So this process should be a little bit slower, right? You don't want dots. You can tell like that's different, right? And here is different. Add a little here, and if you even here, see, I just kind of look more, draw less, and here, see, that's different. If you have a good eye, you can pick up all the subtle changes I added on. So here is the finished one, and you can tell there's way more detail added on, and yeah, that's done. That's a process. See, that's different too, right? As those are big difference from here to here. I did not added I did not have the process of it, but I have a whole video. If you confused, you can watch how I do this. So I'm going to talk a little about this. So this is a kind of, you think about this, oh my God, it's too much. Actually, it's not. If you understand what you are doing, you can do it. Okay, let me tell you what's going on here. So basically, I think I can draw this. Basically, there's a bunch of up downs. So this went up. So this bump up, right? Bump down, bump up, bump up. So each way you think about, if light is from here, this part is darker, then bump up, they're going to be lighter here, right? Then this is sticking up like this, and of course that's in the shadow, right? But in the beginning, don't look at the small ones, look at the bigger ones. Look, that's how I look at it. See, that's a big one, right? Here is that one, here is this one, right? That bump up. So this in the shadow, right? That bumps up. Then this is in the shadow later. This is in the shadow. That bumps up. So all this bump up, bump down. And you think about you using shadows, create the shape. So don't, random draw the shadow. See how I did it? They all have their own shape. The own shape makes the lighter part and darker part shape. The shadow shape makes the shape of this. The shape doesn't made by lines, right? Nothing made by lines. So all the dots you put on, you forming the shape. All right. Another thing about warm and cold color, you can tell. And here, this all purple, but I have the warmest purple, probably, which is this one, that one. And the coolest purple, probably this one, or those, right? The warm purple and the cool purple, they complementary each other. So if you get all cold or all warm, it doesn't look good. Especially when the sun shines, the lighter part, the towards the sun should be more warm, and the darker part should be more cold. But some darker part is a little bit warm too. Let's see. See, there's some warm color and cold color, right? They complement each other. So so the color wise, that's what it is. Okay, hope you have fun.